purchase is going to be honored?
I'm not sure what purchase you're referring to. I know there's a couple people that mentioned they had purchased some jerseys. I haven't seen a list. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm waiting on, I don't have any list, I don't have any information. Again, this was done by DARREN. Obviously, selling the team to DARREN was a huge mistake, and I've got some backlash for that, but, I have no idea who has bought anything after he took over. I have no proof of anything. I have no proof of any jersey order, nothing.
So how is that going to work for Mr. Madden? Like, because he mortgaged his house for $40,000, and then the money was put back into the River Kings account, if I'm correct.
That is correct, yeah.
And how does that work out? Like, is he going to somehow be reimbursed, or is that up to the league? How does that work?
Well, it's got nothing to do with the league. No, that is a civil agreement between Mr. Madden and myself. Essentially, I lent Darren money to buy the team. He, took 2 weeks, ran it into the ground pretty quickly, walked away on his own record. Legally, he owes me $40,000.
And obviously, you have the paper trail to prove that stuff. So.
Well, it's a mortgage against his house. It's pretty secure, yeah.
And what about why was tonight's game canceled? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
From what I get, it was funding. They didn't have money to travel to Laval.
Yes.
Is that correct?
It's really, I actually decided last minute. So I had made an agreement with the league to pay for this weekend, both players this weekend. But last night was I paid $51.75 out of my own pocket, and last night was probably the worst amount of tax I've ever received. For example, Chris Coulier's pay. The coach was accusing me of stealing 50-50 money, which apparently doesn't understand that that's controlled by the Rotary Club of Cornwall. We had nothing to do with it. Then I found out that some volunteers and staff had stolen money from merch sales and ticket sales. I said, you know what? I put money up in my own pocket. I got yelled at more than any before. I got robbed by the volunteers. I'm done with this. I'm not putting another cent into this, because what's the point?